So, we finally meet the conclusion of the Reigen arc. I gotta say, it's not the most epic of the Mob Psycho series, but I do have to say it was probably one of the most personal ones without Mob being the center focus. You know, the thing about Mob Psycho is that not only focuses a lot on Mob, but it also can focus a lot on the supporting characters. It can be his brother, it can be his friends, an old enemy, and now we get some actual focus more on Reigen. Last episode he seemed kind of a jerk, an asshole. But then this episode, we clear things up a bit. Mob has always seen Reigen as a good guy, a genuinely nice guy. Because despite Reigen being a con artist, you gotta ask yourself, has anyone ever really been actually conned by Reigen? Sure, he lied about him being an actual exorcism, but has he not fixed those people's problems nonetheless? So all the people who know, they say they found out that he wasn't an actual exorcism, which everyone found out thanks to that old dude Jodo on TV. Everyone found out he was a fraud of an exorcist. Because of that, how the internet works. They start tweeting, Facebooking, just writing articles. People love to tear other people down. And one of my most favorite anime to watch, Gotcha Man Crowds. One of the bad guys there talks to one of my most favorite female characters in anime, asked her, what's the main thing humanity enjoys out of everything in life? What's the main thing humanity enjoys? And that is to watch the suffering of others. The misery. Watch someone who's up on high fall so low. This also was also said by the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie. They love to see a hero fall. And it can be for anyone. You don't have to be a hero. You can just be a famous person, someone's on top, anything. And when that one person screws up one time or something happens around them, everybody who was even on their side just jumps on them without a second thought and brings them down. This is unfortunately basic human nature. Nonetheless, despite Reigen being a fraud, you still gotta ask yourself, did he not accomplish your goal? Every person who has ever walked into that studio, that office that Reigen set up, they had a problem and Reigen fixed it. So it didn't matter whether or not he was a fraud. The question was, were you really scammed? Usually when you're scammed is when you go to get something, find a solution to your problem, and when you get that product to solve the solution but ends up not working, that's when you can surely say you're scammed. Because not only do you spend money on that product, but it's not working. It's not working whatsoever. However, Reigen's a different story. Every time someone went to Reigen, he would fix their problem. So whether he's a con artist or not, didn't matter. What mattered is whether people got their money's worth out of him. And that's what happened. But of course, when someone's in the spotlight, the limelight, and the media tries to tear them down, other people who were once on their side will try to, when they see something one way, they'll try to see it another way, which is happening a lot right now with certain situation that's going on right now. But we're not here to talk about that. Now, we also get to see how Reigen himself, how he started up. This was just on a whim. He was just tired of his daily life he was really good at his job, his former job, really good. But he was getting tired of it, He wanted to do something on his own, something spontaneous. And he just randomly saw an ad about exorcism and just thought he would give it a try. But however, he got bored of it. He thought, okay, this is pretty easy, simple. People aren't really suffering any real supernatural stuff. They're just having daily problems that no one else would bother to help them with. So he was thinking about quitting until he met Mob. He met Mob and decided to actually take this on a bigger business. While doing that, he ends up actually sympathizing with Mob, seeing Mob as someone he could help, and in return Mob will help him. So the question is, did he help Mob in the end? Yeah, he did. His advice has helped Mob a lot. Helped Mob to understand that just because he has powers doesn't mean he should rely on them so much. Or he could just try to give life a chance. Be all that you can be, while still using Mob at the same time. And the thing was, Mob is not a dumb character. He acts dumb, but really, he knew Reigen was not an actual expert. He knew all the time, but it didn't matter, because at the end of the day, what Mob needed was not an exorcist, but someone to give him advice, someone to help him understand his powers. You sometimes don't need to understand what the other person is going through to help them. Think about, imagine a shrink, a guidance counselor. A guidance counselor can only live one life, and they only had so much experience. But however, doesn't mean they can't help you if they haven't gone through what you've gone through. They just need to understand it and try to find a solution for you. And that's exactly what Reigen did. Reigen was not an exorcist. He didn't have these psychic powers. And because of that, some will say he was conning Mob. And you could say that. But however, the Mob's situation, Mob got what he wanted out of him. He got what he needed out of Reigen. You know? Sure, Reigen didn't have any powers, but it didn't matter. Reigen helped him nonetheless, because no one else would help him, or no one else could help him. But some random dude that he walked up to asked for help helped him out. And at the end of the day, it worked. He learned to control his powers. He learned to be more confident about himself, give life a chance, join a club, and make friends. That's exactly what Mob was trying to do. He's trying to learn to live a normal life, to be all that he can be. And because of that, Reigen helped him out. But at the same time, Reigen was saying he was trying to change Mob for better, but at the same time, he felt like he was also caging him, because he had a flaw. He was relying on Mob too much for things. And because of that, he didn't realize that Mob had his own life, and didn't think Mob would change that dramatically, which he failed to realize that. So at the press conference, he finally realized that, yeah, Mob is growing up. Mob is stepping out on his own. He's not always going to be there, because someday Mob's going to be 100% well with himself, and he will move on with his life. And he realized that before it was too late, and Mob came and helped him out. So everyone will think that, oh, does Reigen have psychic powers or not? He didn't answer that. He just said answering them would not solve anything, because all they would be looking for is a no out of him, so they can exploit him, to suck him dry for media attention, to get them clicks, to get them views. So, of course, Reigen answers them and just walks off. So, yes, this episode wasn't action-packed or thrilling, but it really opens up your mind. It really does. Just because someone hasn't gone what you've been through doesn't mean they can't help you. Doesn't mean they can't give you advice. So when someone's trying to help you out and you keep saying you don't understand me, you don't know me, you don't know what I'm going through, don't use that. And you could have used that out of anger or grief or something like that. But listen. You might not know that person might give you advice that could help you in the long run. Don't just ignore it because they haven't been through what you've been through. That doesn't really matter, because they might have something, and that might be for the best if they haven't been what you've been through. Maybe they could see another side to your situation that you cannot see yourself. And yeah, I think I got all that out of Mob Psycho. Yeah, it sounds like I'm stretching it, but no, I really got that from Mob Psycho. And that's very impressive, For a shonen show like this to have so much actual meaning besides never give up or become number one or rely on your friends, but you see more social modern problems being upheld in today's society. So yeah, good job one from writing some really good material so far. So now that Reigen's arc is done, we'll probably finally on to the main story ahead and see what happens, looking at them previews. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. It was a pretty good, decent episode. I wasn't bored or anything from the show, because it had a lot to offer besides just action, but more character development, reasoning, and understanding of how to deal with some problems in actual modern society. So hopefully people will take this and learn from it, That's all you could do in the end of the day. And that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you get notified. Madcrownxox, sign out.